everybody, and welcome to Merrill Field for another exciting game between the Harlan Cyclones and the Atlantic Trojans. Looks like Atlantic starts with the kick and Harlan puts the pressure on early. Atlantic gets it back into the middle and they're going to play a ball through. Looks like got some speed. Too long of a touch though, and cleared out by Haley Good. Ball kept in. Gonna keep trying to push down the sidelines, but stolen from Anderson. And it'll be out for an Atlantic throw. Quick throw down the line, stolen by the Cyclones. One back by the Trojans. And that'll be cleared for another Atlantic throw. No one really getting a good bout of possession. A lot of pinging the ball around right now. And the Cyclone defenders trying to bring it down. And it's stolen. Saved by Haley Good, but the rebound is scored. Cyclone's just looking a little bit confused back there right now. Defender tried to play it out, but Atlantic's forward kept it in. This is a little bit different Cyclone team as Haley Good's in net for Grace Albertson. So about 2 minutes in, and it is 1-0 Atlantic. Kiergaard takes the ball wide, and she's going to play long over the top and out of bounds. Atlantic with the throw, brings it down. Kicked away by the Cyclones, just no possession. It falls to Torrington out wide. She's got Schwezo down the line, forces it back to the middle and back out wide, and she's going to play it to Schwezo, who's onside, and she'll take a shot, but wide and out for a Trojan goal kick. Goal kick brought down by Kiergaard in the middle, but turned over to the Trojans. And Ava Miller is going to send it forward and out of bounds for an Atlantic throw. Cyclones will give up a short throw and still in as that ball curves back in. And cleared off Atlantic for a Cyclone throw. Long throw down the line. Brought down by Argetsinger. She tries to squeak it through to Schwezo. And Atlantic over to play it up the line. And that'll be out for a Cyclone throw. Atlantic doing a much better job of possessing the ball than your Cyclones right now. Go long throw into the middle and it's back out and seen out. And another long throw. Just need to have our girls start running before we throw it down the line like that. Torrington into Argetsinger. Tries to get it to Kiergaard. And it's turned over. And we'll play it up to Ivy Stevens. She's going to try and get it through. Kayla Anderson gets onto it, gets it to Ivy, but it's poked away by the Atlantic defense. Out to Torrington, who loses it. And Argetsinger is going to force it wide and out for a Cyclone throw. Margaret Singer with a long throw. Again, nobody running for the Cyclones, but Ivy Stevens is going to get onto the deflection and just see it out. We'll have our first Cyclone corner of the game. Looks like Kayla Anderson will go over to take the first corner. Good ball in from Anderson. Falls to Stevens on the backside. She'll drop it to Kiergaard. Back out to Stevens. She tries to cut down the wing. Atlantic defense reads it though. But Stevens fights for it, gets it back to Kiergaard, who gets it into Schwezo. And Schwezo puts it home. Good ball into the middle from Kiergaard, and Schwezo in the right place at the right time for an easy tap in to tie the game at 1-1. 34-23 left in the first half. And we'll see Lily Scheginger come on for Chavez in the midfield. The Cyclones try to get onto the ball, just can't quite get it wide, but Atlantic puts it up the field, and that'll be out for a Cyclone throw. Cyclone's really just forcing it quick down the line, but nobody's really running. And Schwezo starts a run late, and it's cleared out for a Cyclone's throw. Good throw from Torniton, bounces and falls to Schwezo, who plays it across. Anderson tries to cut inside. She's onto it, and she switches it back, but too far for Schwezo, who cannot quite keep it in, and it's out for an Atlantic goal kick. I'd like to see a little more calmness on the ball from the Cyclones, so that looked like kind of a quick switch backside, but Harlan is back onto it off the goal kick. Stevens drops it to Kiergaard at the defense. Kiergaard wins the ball, and she's going to play Schwezo through, but a little too hard, and the Atlantic goalkeeper is out onto it. The Cyclones are also playing with the wind right now, so that could be a factor in the second half. And Schwezo's going to play it through to Torniton. Gets onto it and puts it past the keeper for the second goal for Harlan. So Atlantic scores a couple minutes in, but Harlan responds with two quick goals in a span of a couple minutes, and it's 2-1 Cyclones with 32.5 minutes left in the first half. It's a good calm finish from Torniton and a good ball through. Cyclones win the ball back off the kickoff, and Anderson's going down the line. She can't quite keep it in though, and it's out for a Trojan throw. Cyclones win the ball back. They're going to switch it, but in the middle of two Cyclone players, and Atlantic steps and gets to it. A little clattering of bodies there. And we're going to have a foul called on the Cyclones. Not sure that should be a foul call, but that's the whistle, and that's what the Cyclones will have to deal with, and they'll just drop back and be ready to play. High line from the Cyclone defense. And Atlantic is onto it with a long shot, and that's going to be over the keeper's head for a goal. That's a good long attempt from the Trojans. Looks like that was number 10, Quinn Grubb. And just a little high arcing shot over the head of Haley Good back there. So we have a 2-2 game with 31 minutes left to play. And Atlantic's playing it long over the top, and Haley will be out to get this one. Good punt, but it's going to take an unfortunate bounce and off Ivy Stevens' hand. And Atlantic can't get quite anything off of it. Schweezo's onto the ball. She's going to try and play Stevens, but Atlantic's defense reads it and steals it. Kiergaard onto it. I think she wanted a handball there, but it's a good no call by the ref. And Atlantic is going to play the ball through. Aubrey Geyer on the outside, and we're going to have another long shot. Scored the first, so she thought she'd take an attempt at another one from the same area. Haley good with the kick. And brought down by the Trojans, but Kiergaard onto it and puts it up the field. Now the Cyclones have a chance to push up and press in. It's down the line by the Trojans, and Darby Argetsinger gets onto it, just can't quite find the pass. Good pressure from Kiergaard, forces a bad pass. That's going to be a decent pass, and Ava Miller's over to steal it. Just can't quite find the teammate. And Atlantic's going to try and play it through. Good ball across the field by Atlantic, and they'll have a shot, but it's going to go wide and out for a Cyclone goal kick. Haley good with a short, low kick, and good block by Lily Scheckinger in the middle. A lot of just kicking right now. It's not what you're used to seeing from the Cyclones. They usually possess the ball a little more. Again, this is a little bit different lineup with Albertson out and Haley Good back in goal instead of being in the midfield. Good outside of the football, but Anderson's just offsides. That was a very close call. Looked like maybe just half a step offsides by Anderson on that one. Atlantic with the kick. And the Cyclones struggling right now. A little miscommunication, but Miller sees it away. And Atlantic with the good ball down the line. But Cyclones over to try and clear it. Good block by the Atlantic defender. And Miller's over to play it out. And it looks like missed kicked and out for a corner.
Local Cyclone coverage on HLTV Channel 15 is brought to you by Keast Auto Center in Harlan, Iowa, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Conducting Swampler is a proud supporter of the Harlan community, education, and student activities. We move your business forward.
United Bank of Iowa. The difference is here. Member FDIC.
Polly Jones Funeral Home, longtime supporter of Harlan Community Athletics and events.
We're your station for Western Iowa sports. Cool Gold 105.3 FM, Tano-D in Harlan, Iowa.
Family Service Community, SCSB.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Live well.
Cyclone Lanes, great family entertainment including bowling, sandwiches, and homemade buttercrust pizzas.
Trojans with a wall behind Haley Good. They're going to go high arcing to the backside, brought down off the chest. And Haley catches it and will be able to get a quick release, hopefully. Good punt from Good. Brought down by the Trojan defender, and she'll play it out for a Cyclone throw. Cyclones will bring a couple subs on. It looks like Earl Beck will come on and Cassie Anderson. We'll give Torniton and Darby Argensinger a quick breather. Cyclone's struggling to bring the ball down. It's one you like to see brought down on either the throw or the pass back instead of popping it up. Trojans will play it into the middle, blocked by Kiergaard. And it'll be played into the box. Looks like the Trojans were off sides, but they won't call it as Haley Good was able to catch it. And the Cyclones will play it long. And kick just past Stevens, but she retreats and gets onto it. She's past the first defender. She's got a couple girls out wide. Scheckinger gets it to Anderson. Just can't quite find the right touch. Good ball over the top. It's going to check up, but the keeper's out and onto it. And the Cyclones will drop it back to Miller, who's going to get it back up top. And Stevens with the steal. Schwiezo plays it into the middle, and she's got Anderson on the backside. Good ball from Schwiezo, just a little bit in front of Anderson, but she gets to it in the corner. Good ball across. Anderson brings it down, and she'll shoot, and saved by Atlantic's goalie. Little bump after the shot, but good no call. A good save by Atlantic's goalie. Trojans bring it down in the midfield, but Kiergaard steals it. She'll dribble forward, play it out wide to Anderson. Left-footed shots blocked and out for a Cyclone corner. Good run by Anderson and a good ball through. Like to see a shot on goal there, but Atlantic's defense just got in the way too quickly. Anderson out, Kayla Anderson out to take the throw. Corner. Good ball on the ground, but the Atlantic keeper is out to get that one. It's where you might see Coach Boyson tell one of his girls to stand in front of the keeper, so it's a little harder for her to come out and get that one. And the Cyclones try to get it away and do, and that's going to be through. Anderson gets to it. She's got Stevens in the middle, who takes a quick shot. Saved by the goalie, though. Gotta hear some talk from her Cyclone teammates, as she had quite a bit of time, didn't have to take that on her first touch. And Atlantic's going to clear it up the field. The Cyclones bring it down and get it up the line and out of bounds for an Atlantic throw. Being able to play with the wind right now, you'd like to see Cyclones with a little more possession. Try to play it up and through the midfield, but end up just clearing it up. Missed kick from Atlantic, and that's going to be wide. Schwiezo's running onto it. She's going to steal it off the defender's foot. And she'll take a shot, but caught and saved by the Atlantic goalie. Good hustle by Schwiezo. Maybe like to see a ball on the ground across, but not a bad shot. Kiergaard off the thigh, and Atlantic's onto it. But good play by Earlbeck to get back there and steal it away. Anderson comes back to the ball. She's going to play it through, but a little hard, and easy gather for the keeper. Good defense by the Cyclones. And they'll try and clear it up. Not quite the best kick. But Cyclones defense recovers and plays it wide. That's in, and Good is out to gather it. She'll play quick up the field. Schwiezo's going to try and come back to it over her head though. Good header forward by Scheckinger, and Schwiezo just with the missed touch, and it's out for an Atlantic throw. Unfortunate there is if she gets a good touch, she is probably through it and getting a shot on goal. Cassie Anderson with the deflection and just trying to clear it, and it's out for a Trojan throw. A little banging of knees there. Gonna play advantage. And that's a good ball through by Stevens. Kayla Anderson is onto it. She'll shoot it, but not enough power to beat the keeper. That's when maybe see a little bit of calmness on the ball from Anderson. Cut it onto her stronger right foot and take a shot. She chose to take it a little deeper and have a left-footed shot. Harlan's got the ball back up to Anderson. Good defense by the Trojans though, and they'll steal it away. But Kiergaard's there to win it back for the Cyclones. And it's going to go wide, and the Cyclones should be onto it. And up the field to Earlbeck. She'll find Kiergaard in the middle. This is good combination play from the Cyclones. Just not a great touch from Kiergaard. And we'll kick it forward, see if Anderson can get onto it. She does. She's got Stevens or Schwiezo. Little miscommunication, and it should be a tap-in and a goal for Schwiezo. Unlucky for the Trojans as the keeper and the defender ran into each other, and it just made it an easy tap-in for Schwiezo. Good ball into the middle, though, from Kayla Anderson to force the issue. And your Cyclones take a 3-2 lead with 19 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first half. And we'll see Torniton on for Lily Scheckinger and Argetsinger on for Kayla Anderson. Atlantic will try and play a few 1-2s through the middle of the field. Ava Miller up to win it. She's going to get whistled for a foul. Looked like just some body contact. Maybe called her for a push. Be a Atlantic free kick from just inside the football 35. Long kick. Brought down by Kiergaard, and they'll get the ball out to Earlbeck, who gets it back into Torniton. She's got Schwiezo up the field, but she's got space to dribble. She takes it and then finds Schwiezo. Tries to get it to Stevens in the middle, just not the best pass. They've got Stevens wide open in the middle if they can get it to her. Long ball in. Might have been a cross, but looked like a shot, and it's saved by the Atlantic goalkeeper. And misplayed by Cassie Anderson, but Cyclone defense is there to win it back and get it up the field. And Schwiezo will see it out for an Atlantic throw. I think Schwiezo thought somebody else got a touch on it, was trying to get a Harlan throw. Torniton to Kiergaard, who turns it over. Good step by the Cyclone outside defender. Lauren Schmitz just can't keep it in. It's out for an Atlantic throw. The Cyclone girls doing a good job of spreading the field. not bunching up too much, playing their typical swarming defense, as Earlbeck will bring it down. She'll try and play it through, but it's blocked. And Miller will intercept the long ball from the Trojans. She'll play an outside of the football. Atlantic is over to get it, but not past Earlbeck, who is trying to find a pass, just can't quite find a teammate. Falls to Argetsinger, and she'll play it back to Kiergaard. They have a switch out wide. Just a little bit of bad touch, and Kiergaard onto it. She'll play it. She is fouled. Looks like it was a pretty hard foul, but Kiergaard is up, and it'll be a Cyclone free kick. Long ball in, but it'll go back to the Atlantic goalkeeper. Kate Kesters just couldn't quite find someone there. About 15.5 minutes left in the first half. Cyclones lead 3-2, and that'll be out for a Cyclone throw. Long throw down the line, that's typical of the Cyclones. And Argetsinger gets it back to Kiergaard. Good touch around the defender by Kiergaard. She'll try and play Argetsinger through, just can't quite find the pass. Earlbeck onto it and into the midfield. Good switch from Earlbeck, just Atlantic's defender steps right in the way. And Lauren Schmitz sees it up the field to Earlbeck, gets it to Kiergaard. She's trying to play quick out wide to Argetsinger. A long ball over the top, going to be too long, and Atlantic's keeper will be out and onto it. Brought down and into the midfield by the Cyclones. Tried a long ball over the top. Argetsinger can't quite get control of it though. Ava Miller with the good intercept. Kiergaard takes it off of her and finds some space. Tries a ball up the field in the middle, too far for Stevens. Atlantic gets onto it. Earlbeck with the good step. And Stevens will find it and play it through. And we'll try to get it backside, just a little out of reach of Schwizo. Cassie Anderson keeps it in. Again, you like to hear her teammate telling her she has time there. Haley Good out and she'll clear it. Need to see her get back to goal. Good help defense by Miller. And Kiergaard gets it wide to Anderson. Anderson with a good ball down the line to Schwizo. Schwizo will have some space, long touch, and she'll go near post, and it's too wide and out for an Atlantic goal kick. Or not. They are going to keep playing. That looked like it went off the wheel, but they're saying off the post and back in. And Haley Good's up to pick this one up. Punt down the middle of the field. Kiergaard's onto it. And Atlantic wins it back. Good step by Miller. Just can't quite win the ball. It's a good ball through, but Haley Good is out and onto it. Brought down by Ivy Stevens, out to Cassie Anderson, back to Stevens. She'll play Schwizo. Can't quite get there, and it's out for a Trojan throw. And we'll have a few subs. Grace Albertson will come on for Earlbeck. Looks like Scheckinger on for Torniton. And Kayla Anderson on for Schwezo. Grace Albertson out there with a hand injury. That's a good ball over the top. Cyclone's defense caught out. Miller recovers though and forces a poor shot that's way wide and out for a Cyclone goal kick. Again, Grace Albertson with the hand injury, so that's why she's not in goal. It's not an oven mitt she's wearing, just some padding for protection. Stevens brings it down and tries to play Anderson. Just can't quite get there before the defender. Ping-ponging around. No one really bringing it down so far. Atlantic finally does. Get it wide. Good step from Schmitz. Albertson's onto it. Gets it up the line. Just not quite strong enough, but good job coming back to the ball by Argetsinger. Trojans play it through. Good flick by Cassie Anderson. Kayla Anderson on the wing. She's got a long touch. She just won't quite be able to get there. Out for an Atlantic throw. We've got 10.5 minutes left in this first half. Cyclones still lead 3-2. And that'll be a poor throw and out for a Cyclone throw. Cyclones can't quite keep it in on the throw. It'll be out for an Atlantic throw. And we are just struggling to throw the ball in right now, so the Cyclones will get another crack at it. Anderson steps over to take it. And she'll go into the middle. Long ball over the top. Argetsinger's going to give chase, but not quite get there. Scheckinger brings it down in the middle, just can't quite figure out what to do with it, where she wants to go. Ball went out to Grace Albertson, got it back to Scheckinger. Now we're out to Cassie Anderson. She's got Kayla wanting the ball down the wing, and deflected by the Atlantic defender and out for a Cyclone throw. Cassie Anderson will go into the middle, and we're going to find Kiergaard, who plays it wide. That's a good ball from Kiergaard. Grace Albertson giving chase, just not going to be quick enough to get there. The wind pushing the ball a little faster than what Grace was able to run. The Cyclones win it off the throw. Good ball over the top by Grace Albertson. Darby Argetsinger giving chase, and it'll be played off her and out for an Atlantic goal kick. We'll see Torniton come on to give Ivy Stevens a break. Ava Miller steps up to play the ball back upfield, and Brummer will be out to pick it up for the Trojans. She'll find it wide and brought down and into the middle, but a mistouch from Atlantic, and Cassie Anderson's onto it. She gets it to Kiergaard. Kiergaard wanted Scheckinger, but Scheckinger started to move away. And Torniton with not a good pass, and Atlantic is onto it. Good step by Ava Miller. She'll find Scheckinger, but spins her around, and it's a turnover. And Scheckinger gets it to Kiergaard. Kiergaard up to Torniton. like to see a ball that splits the defenders there, but Atlantic sees it out. Cyclones win it back. Cassie Anderson tries to go up the line, but just can't quite get it to Kayla Anderson. Atlantic with the throw. And Atlantic is back onto it. Cassie Anderson again tries to get it through to Kayla, but can't quite get it there. Checking her onto it in the midfield. Stolen away by the Trojans. And played up the field. Again, a little miscommunication from the Cyclone defense. They'll have to figure that out at halftime. Hopefully sooner. Just not a lot of talk and figuring out who's going to the ball and who's helping back on defense. Atlantic will have a throw. We'll go into the middle. Good step by Lauren Schmitz. Gets it to Grace Albertson. That's a good switch. Atlantic just recovers just in time. Cassie Anderson with the ball. It's poked away, but out for a Cyclone throw. And now we'll see Schwiezo come on for Argetsinger. And we'll push Kayla Anderson back to the far side of the field. Ball cleared out by the Trojans. Long throw down the line. Again, nobody running. That's something the Cyclones might want to work on. Atlantic finally gets control of the ball. That's a good split. Touch down the line. Ball on the ground through the middle. Good idea, but Miller there to clear it out. Atlantic with the throw, just can't keep control of it. Out for a Cyclone throw. And long down the line. And it squeaks through, but the Trojans will be there to clear it. And it'll get switched. And Lauren Schmitz will see it out for a Cyclone throw. Down the line to Kayla Anderson. Grace Albertson there with some support. She gets it back to Kayla. And Kayla's going to touch it through. Should get onto it, and she does. Tries to play it to Torniton, but Atlantic's defense just doing a good job of recovering right now. Got about 4 minutes left in the first half. Still 3-2. Your Cyclones are leading. Anderson with the throw. Looks like maybe it slipped. It's a little shorter than she wanted. Now she'll kick it across the goal. Schwiezo gives chase, but cannot quite get there. It's out for an Atlantic goal kick. Atlantic putting a couple subs on. Looks like it'll be Harlan Gundy and Dana Drager coming on. Ball's played into the midfield and stolen away by the Cyclones. Just can't quite keep possession. Again, that's something we're going to have to see change in the second half as they'll be playing against the wind. Schwiezo onto it. She plays a good backside ball to Kayla Anderson, who tries a right foot, outside of the foot shot, and it's just blocked by the Atlantic goalkeeper and out for a Cyclone corner. Not sure if Anderson couldn't maybe not quite get there with the left. She reached for a shot with her right, didn't get a solid connection. Corner in by the Cyclones. Deflected around and Brummer out to get it. It's a good ball by Brummer, just struggling to bring it down right now. And it falls to the Cyclones, played up the field. Brummer out to gather it though. Good touch settle by Scheckinger, but can't quite find a teammate before Atlantic gets there. And Kiergaard clears it out. Schmidt's over, and she'll play it up the line, and it'll be out for a Cyclone throw. Anderson looking for someone to make a run. She'll try and find Torniton, and Atlantic puts it up the field, and Lauren Schmidt's onto it. She's got time to bring it down. And kept in by Atlantic. They'll go up the field, but Miller's over to defend. Cyclone's got an option to switch. Miller sees it, finds Cassie Anderson. She's got Schwezo up the line. But it's going to take a deflection to be out for a Cyclone throw. Like to see Schwezo take off running. Good drop back to Cassie Anderson. That's a good backside ball. Kayla's onto it. But the Trojans get it away. Just under a minute left in the half. Cyclone's putting some late pressure on. See if they can't get a late goal. Looks like a little miscommunication from the Trojans. Out for a Cyclone throw. 30 seconds left. Long throw into the box, headed away by Atlantic. Grace Albertson up to challenge. Good job by her. It'll be out for a Cyclone throw. Trying to go quick, short time. Into Torniton. She brings it down. It's back to Anderson. Anderson with the long ball, but it's going to be too long. Schwezo gets onto it, but it's out, and we'll go to half, and your Cyclones will take a 3-2 lead into the half. Good fought half from both teams. Atlantic getting a little better of the possession stats than the Cyclones, but we'll take a break and see if it can get fixed.
At United Bank of Iowa, the difference is here. Conveniently located at the corner of Highway 59 and Pine Street in Harlan, you'll always find a smiling face to greet you and help you with all your banking needs. We offer competitive rates on deposits and loans, and the latest in technology with our online and mobile products. Come and find out for yourself why the difference is here at United Bank of Iowa, member FDIC.
And welcome back. We are here for the second half at Merrill Field. Your Cyclones come out of the break leading 3-2 over the Atlantic Trojans. Cyclones start the kick going into the wind. Looks to have died down a little bit maybe. Cyclones will need to do a much better job of possessing the ball this half, as it'll be hard for them to play the long kicks. However, if they do play the long ball, the wind will help it check up a little more, so maybe some of those that got to Brummer last time won't get there this time. Torniton with the ball in the wing. She'll chip it up to Kayla Anderson, who can't quite get there, and that'll be out for a Trojan throw. Torrington steals the ball. She'll drop it back to Lauren Schmitz, clears it up the field. Torrington with a good press, and that'll be out for an Atlantic throw. Long into the middle, that's through and cleared away by Kate Kesters. Torrington brings it down, can't get the pass through. Kesters tries to clear it and miskicks it. Atlantic's onto it. Long kick. Like to see Good come out to get that one. Miller gets it wide and out for a Trojan throw. Go quick into the middle, and they'll try and switch it off the knee, and the Cyclone's struggling to get it out. Torrington stepping very well there, and it's out wide to her, and she should be able to get it up the field. Goes back to Kiergaard. It's forced into traffic, and that's away by the Cyclones now, and out to Argetsinger, who slows up, and now the Trojans have the ball back. Good ball into the middle. Not the best kick, but it's a great ball. You like to see your forward score that if you're the Atlantic Trojans, or at least get a good shot off. We'll clear the ball up the field to Schwiezo. She'll drop it back to Argetsinger and try to switch it. Just the wind just not letting that happen right now. Torrington gets on the ball wide. Good touch from her, and we're not going to get a foul call there. He's going to say it was shoulder. Swing and a miss by Miller. And Kester is back to clear it out wide. Good turn and shot from the Trojans, but wide and out for a Cyclone goal kick. Haley Good will set this one down. Low kick, back into the middle, poked away by the Cyclones. The ball is going to be played wide and out of bounds. It'll be a Cyclone throw. Thrown in and onto by the Trojans, but they'll play it long and out for a Cyclone goal kick. Haley Good back to take it. Low kick through the middle, and that's going to be a goal, as Good just couldn't get back into the middle of the goal, and it's past her. That's going to be the troubles for these with the Cyclones, is they're kicking into a strong wind right now. So we'll go back to all square at 3-3 with about 36 minutes left in the second half. Argetsinger goes with the switch. Again, it just hangs up by the wind. And the Cyclones bring it down finally. Stevens gets it wide to Kayla Anderson. She'll play it through the middle. And the Atlantic player slips on the ball. Might have a bit of a twisted ankle. You like to see someone play it out of bounds. And it'll be out, as we will get the Trojan defender looked at. Looks like it's number 27, Maddie Richter, who just took a misstep on the ball and maybe rolled an ankle. Really hope she's okay. Dr. Kittner out to take a look at her.
Local Cyclone coverage on HLTV Channel 15 is brought to you by Keist Auto Center in Harlan, Iowa.
Polly Jones Funeral Home, longtime supporter of Harlan Community Athletics and events.
Family Service Community, SCSB.
Conducting Swampler is a proud supporter of the Harlan community, education, and student activities. We move your business forward.
We're your station for Western Iowa sports. Google 105.3 FM, KNOD in Harlan, Iowa.
She is up, not able to put a lot of weight on that ankle right now. Walking off with a little bit of assistance. as Atlantic will bring a sub on for her. It'll be a Cyclone throw that you'd like to see her throw it in and have the Cyclones play it back to Atlantic. Cyclones attack. Schweezo onto it. She gets it to Stevens. Stevens gets it wide to Anderson, who brings it back. She tries to get it into the middle. Tornaton can't quite bring it down, and Atlantic is onto it. Good step there from Kate Kesters. That ball's over the top. Schweezo's onto it. And she'll try to get it back to Argetsinger, out for a Cyclone throw. Argetsinger with the long throw into the middle. Scheckinger's onto it, goes with the right-footed shot, but blocked by the Trojan defense. And that'll be out for a Cyclone throw. Cyclone's putting a bit of pressure on here, doing a better job of possessing the ball. Long throw, and no Cyclone is onto it. Stevens puts some pressure in and forces a corner. So Anderson walks over for the next corner of the game for the Cyclones. Again, this is one you want to maybe get somebody in front of the keeper so you can play a low ball in that's an easy tap in. Schweezo onto it, and the left-footed shot is over the crossbar and out for a Trojan goal. Goal kick. Not a goal. Trojan goal kick. Up the field, brought down by the Trojans. They try to go long through the channel, but the Cyclone's there to defend, and Ivy Stevens drops back to get the ball. A couple Cyclones that were off sides, but Atlantic does a good job getting the ball away. Kiergaard over and onto it. Good cut into the middle. She'll play it to Scheckinger. And we will try to, gets wide, squeaks through. Anderson's going to get onto it. Good cut back into the middle. She'll go with a long ball. Again, you like to see her take a little more time and maybe take another touch instead of just forcing the shot, especially with the wind being against her right now. Kiergaard just can't quite get the touch she wanted, and that's out for an Atlantic throw. Long throw by the Trojans. And Trojans just kicking the ball up the field. Again, you like to see them bring it down and work a pass if you're the coach, but they go with the long ball, and it's out for a goal kick for the Cyclones. Haley Good plays it and does a better job this time of playing it wide. Trojans are going to go long back into the box. And Lauren Schmitz is onto it and does a good job of getting it out for a throw. The Trojans amping up the pressure here. Ooh, and it's going to be a handball on the Cyclones, and it will be a penalty kick. Just going to get caught with an arm up high and wide. We'll see how Haley Good does on this one. It's not a spot you really want to be in as a goalkeeper. And a good penalty from Atlantic, and they will take a 4-3 lead with 31 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second half. Unfortunate bounce and hits the Cyclone's arm, and now they're down, so they'll have to fight back. Possess it and play it back to the defense. Gets it up the field. That's a good ball through from Atlantic. Lauren Schmitz is onto it though and gets it out for a Trojan throw. Good clear by Miller. I'd like to see Anderson come back and settle this one. Just a little slow on the turn, and that's going to be out for a Atlantic throw. Kierkegaard sees the ball away, and Schwizo drops back to get onto it. Tries a good one-touch pass, just can't get enough onto it. Good ball into the middle from Scheckinger. Stevens tries to find Kayla Anderson wide. Torniton onto it, finds Lily Scheckinger. Can't quite get it through the middle to Stevens. Argetsinger comes in to try and switch the ball over to Anderson. And Ava Miller gets it back out wide to Argetsinger. And that will be out for a Cyclone throw. Argetsinger goes quick. And good turn by Schwizo. And she'll get it into the middle. Stevens giving chase. Good cut, but good defense by Atlantic. And Brummer is out and onto it. Argetsinger can't quite bring it down. It's going to take a deflection off her and out for an Atlantic throw. And again an Atlantic throw. So they're just working it down the sideline. Good job by Kate Kesters of getting it up the field. And she will get that one wide to Torniton. Brings it down. Good cut into the middle. She finds Scheckinger. And just good recovery defense by Atlantic. That's a good split from from Argetsinger. And that is away by the Trojans. But we're going to have offsides on a good ball through. Just mistimed the run, and it's going to be a Cyclone free kick from just past the 30. Kate Kesters will come over to start the play. She finds Stevens in the middle. Stevens tries to go wide to Anderson and does. Anderson battling for it on the sideline. Good win. She switches it to Schwizo. Schwizo brings it down to Stevens, and Stevens plays Anderson, who is just a step offsides. And that will be a Atlantic free kick. And Atlantic with the restart. And that ball's going to trickle all the way through to their forward. It lays it off, played over the top. Lauren Schmitz is there, and she's going to kick it out, unfortunately for a corner. But gives the Cyclones defense a chance to get back and get set. Good ball in, and it's headed up and over the crossbar. Looked like Haley was going to come out and grab that one, maybe lost it a little bit. Fortunately for the Cyclones, the Trojan attacker just could not get over it and sent it out for a goal kick. And now we'll have Cassie Anderson and Adrian Earlbeck come on for Argott Singer and Torrington. Short kick by Good. But Atlantic can't capitalize on this one. Up the line to Cassie Anderson. Good ball into Kiergaard, who's able to get it up the line to Schwezo. Schwezo's got a couple players in the middle. Like to see, good long touch. He's got Stevens in the middle. That's a good ball. Just a little long for Stevens. Adrian Earlbeck steps up onto it and switches it to Schwezo, who takes it a little wider. And Schwezo's going to be fouled in the box, as we will have a penalty for the Cyclones. A good initial double team by Atlantic, just getting a little feisty with the push, and Schwezo goes down and draws the penalty. Atlantic's coach not happy with the call. Schwezo just can't keep it under the crossbar. And it will be an Atlantic goal kick. Missed opportunity there for the Cyclones. You like to see that one at least put on frame and force a save from the goalie. And the Cyclones not able to bring it under control, and that's going to be out for a Trojan throw. We'll go long down the line, and the Cyclones with a good intercept. And just a missed pass from Cassie Anderson into the middle. Atlantic keeps it in, but there is an offsides call. Trojans getting a little ahead of themselves, and they are called offsides. It will be a Cyclone free kick from about the 25-yard line on the football field. Kate Kessers will set this one and get us started back in play. Can't find a teammate though, and the Atlantic Trojans are back on. Do a good step by Kiergaard. She'll be over to get another touch on it. And the Cyclones just can't keep the ball right now. Earlbeck steps to clear, and Miller does clear. He gets it up to Stevens. Stevens got time to turn and carry it up the field. Gets the ball up to Kayla Anderson, but just past her, and that'll be out for a Cyclone throw. Earlbeck goes quick to Kayla, and Kayla just can't quite keep possession of it. And that'll be out for a Cyclone throw again. She gets it into Kayla. Kayla plays it across, but Atlantic's defense is there. Kiergaard onto it. Tries to get it to Scheckinger just a little in front of her. And that's going to be out for a Cyclone throw. Long over Anderson's head. And cleared up the field by Atlantic. Lauren Schmitz misjudges the bounce a bit, and she'll just have to clear it out safely for an Atlantic throw. As Atlantic will bring a sub on quick. It's like Katrina Williams will come on. And Earlbeck with good defense and step and clear it out. And Atlantic going to be whistled for an illegal throw, as she did not come all the way behind her head. Earlbeck sets up to take the throw. And Stevens with the intercept. She tries to play long, but Atlantic's defense is in the way. Miller with not the right touch. She keeps trying to clear it. The wind's going to make it a little harder, and Atlantic going to be whistled for a foul. Looks like Kiergaard took a shoulder into the back. And the Cyclones will get us started from the restart. Good ball up. Stevens over onto it. And that'll be out for a Cyclone throw. Earlbeck goes long into the middle, tries to get Lily Scheckinger, but it falls to Stevens instead. She just can't keep on it, and it's up into Scheckinger again. She gets it wide to Earlbeck, and Earlbeck loses possession. Good defense by Lauren Schmitz. Just can't get it to fall to a Cyclone teammate. Kiergaard onto it and loses possession. And Lauren Schmitz over to see it out for a Cyclone throw. And that will be out for a Cyclone throw again. Over Earlbeck's head to Anderson. Anderson gets it back to Earlbeck. Gets it into the middle. Schwiezo's got a chance at this one. That's a good ball. And she shoots it, but saved by the Atlantic keeper. That's a good little parry save by Brummer. She's able to catch it. Schwiezo just couldn't quite get it to one of the sides. Miller brings it down. Good job by her. Must have hit a hand or something, which will absolutely make it easier to bring the ball down. And it will be a Trojan free kick from the center at about the 30-yard line. Might see a shot here, and you will. And saved by Good. Good idea from Atlantic. As you have the wind at your back, you might as well give it a shot. We'll see some subs come back on. Torniton and Argetsinger are going to come back on, give Ivy Stevens and Lily Scheckinger a break. As the Trojans will bring on Lucy Coors. Get some fresh legs out there. Cyclones steal the throw, just can't keep possession. And that is up to the Trojan attacker, and Good is out and onto it. Miss kicked by Good, but can't quite be controlled by the Trojans. Torniton's onto it. She gets it wide to Cassie Anderson. Again, you like to see a little bit quicker of a pass there from Anderson. She steals the ball though, no foul. Tries to get the ball to Schwiezo, just plays it behind her. And Atlantic is onto it. Good step by Torniton though. And she'll get fouled. Looks like maybe a little bit of a tactical foul there as she was quick to help her back up. And Argetsinger with a quick kick. Good deflection. And Schwiezo's there to tap it in. Good job by the Atlantic keeper to get there on the deflection from Torniton. Just couldn't quite recover in time, and Schwiezo's there for the easy tap in again. And we will be tied at 4 with 18 minutes left to go in the second half. Defense for Atlantic a little slow to recover. Had to make a diving save as the keeper got wrong-footed and off the deflection. And again, Schwiezo just right place, right time, able to tap it in. And the Cyclones can't quite keep it in. That'll be out for an Atlantic throw. Argetsinger onto it. She'll play it long, and Schwiezo's going to get onto this one as well. Just a bad touch. Good shot. Just wide. Schwezo does a good job, just couldn't quite get the right first touch on it. And gets the shot off still, but wide of the post and out for an Atlantic goal kick. Brought down by the Trojans out wide, but it'll go out for a Cyclone throw. Cyclone's going quick into Cassie Anderson, just not quite a good touch, and it'll be out for a Trojan throw. We'll see Faith Altman and Lindley Eblin come back on for the Trojans. And ball stolen by Cassie Anderson. She gets it into the middle to Torniton. Tries to go wide back to Anderson, just can't quite get it there. Cyclone's just struggling with the handballs right now. Gotta be frustrating for Coach Boyson, as they're just not quite getting the best first touch. It's coming off their hand. Cyclones again playing a high line. A lot of room between that line and the goalkeeper. Ball's over the top. It should be an easy one for Haley to come out and get. She does. She could roll this one right out to Earlbeck, but she'll punt it into the middle. Torniton's going to try and bring it down, and she does. Just can't quite get strong enough foot on it to get it to Argetsinger. Ava Miller there to clear it away. Bad bounce on Miller. She'll see it out though for a Atlantic throw, as it looks like Katrina Williams will come on and to give Aubrey Geyer a quick break. Trojans are going to get the ball into the middle. Argetsinger clears it wide and away. Quick throw back in by Atlantic. They'll drop it, and Miller sees it wide and away this time. And Schwezo tries to intercept it, and it's away by the Cyclones to give them a chance to get up and get out of their defensive third. The ball's going to be played over the top, and Haley Good is on to it. Schwezo just can't find the defender. She goes around her, and the Trojans have it back. It'll be out for an Atlantic throw. Missed kick by the Trojan midfielder. Earlbeck brings it down. And she'll play it up to Anderson. Cleared away by the Trojan defense. Torniton there, though, to steal it back and gets it to Schwezo. Schwezo with some space, a long touch there. And she'll get it wide to Anderson. Anderson with a good ball in the middle. And Torniton leaves it, and it gets wide to Schwezo. Good leave by Torniton if Schwezo's a step closer. And Schwezo can't quite keep that one in. It'll be out for an Atlantic throw, as we'll see Ivy Stevens come on for Kayla Anderson. And it looks like the Trojans will bring Aubrey Geyer back on. Cyclones can't keep that one in, out for a Trojan throw. They'll go long down the sideline. Kester's there to get it back up the field. Torniton onto it. She's got Schwezo or Stevens. Stevens stops her run, though. She still gets inside. Quick shot again. You like to see her take a touch and get a shot. She just seems to be going really quick. Aubrey Geyer plays through the high kick. Oh, they're going to call a handball. I thought maybe it was a bit of a high kick, but they're going to call a handball on Geyer, and it'll be a Cyclone free kick. Sandquist doing his duty to go get the ball and gets it back for the Cyclones to take the kick. Argetsinger gets onto it. Good physical play from both girls there. She's going to go long. Schwiezo's going to give chase. And she'll get onto it. Good ball across. Well, she could try to get the ball across. Just can't get her hips around it enough to get some whip on it, and it's out for an Atlantic goal kick. Schwiezo with the ball up to Anderson, just a little long and out for an Atlantic throw. We've got about 11 and a half minutes left in this half. It is tied 4-4. And that'll be out for an Atlantic throw. Looked like Argetsinger took a little bit of a shot trying to bring that one down. Refs let them play. Be out for an Atlantic throw. They're just working the ball down the far sideline right now. Good steal by Anderson. And she is fouled, and it will be a Cyclone free kick. Kester's with the kick off the first defender, but down to Argetsinger, and Kiergaard plays it up to Schwiezo. Just not a good touch again, but the Cyclones find the ball back till Kiergaard also can't really get a touch on it. And the Trojans will play it long. That's going to be out for a goal kick for the Cyclones. Haley over to take the kick, and she'll get it up to Earlbeck, who plays it up to Torniton. Torniton's got Stevens and Schwiezo wide of her, but can't get past the defender, and it's out by the Cyclones for an Atlantic throw. Down the line by Atlantic. The Cyclone's a little slow to get over there. It falls to Miller in the middle, and she gets it up and on the ground, but Atlantic steps to intercept. Left-footed ball in, and that's going to be wide and out for a Cyclone goal kick. Haley Good with a missed kick. It's a good step by the Cyclone defense, and they'll see it out for a Atlantic throw. Atlantic going quick. Not a good touch from the Trojans. And the Cyclones are onto it. Kiergaard gets onto it in the middle. She'll try and play it wide to Stevens, but just behind her, and it's going to be out for an Atlantic throw. Earlbeck there on the defense gets it to Torniton off the deflection. Atlantic steals it back. It'll be out for a Cyclone throw. Argetsinger steps over, tries to play it up the field, can't quite. Stevens gets onto it. She'll get it over to Schwiezo. Schwiezo with some room, just can't get the touch wide enough to get past the Atlantic defender. Argetsinger steps and deflects the long ball attempt. And now they'll get it up to their forwards. A good ball to Geyer, but Schmitz and Miller there to see it out for an Atlantic throw. Long shot from the Trojans, and that's going to be wide and out for a Cyclone goal kick. See if Haley can't go a little quicker, maybe get a good ball out wide. Again, she's down on the playing it on the ground. Not what you like to see off your goal kicks. Yes, the Trojans with the long shot, and Good gets her body in front of it and makes the save. She'll play it up over Argetsinger to Torniton. Torniton again has Schwezo and Stevens. Tries to play Schwezo. Ball bounces around and the Trojans get it away. Kiergaard will play it up. Stevens is onto it off the Atlantic defender. She gets it to Argetsinger a little wide of her. Forces a bad touch and Atlantic has the ball back. Bad pass from the Trojans. Cyclones get onto it, get it wide to Stevens. Stevens brings it back into the middle. She tries to go to Schwezo, and Schwezo gets to it, and she'll go down the line. Gets the ball in. It looks like it took it. They're going to say no deflection, out for a goal kick for Atlantic. From up here, it looked like maybe it went off the defender's foot for a corner. Refs didn't see it that way. Be a goal kick, and we'll bring Lily Scheckinger and Kayla Anderson back on and give Darby Argetsinger and Cassie Anderson a quick breather. Trojans try to play wide. Earlbeck with a good step. Stevens just can't get a good touch, and Atlantic steals it away and is able to get it out. Lauren Schmitz gets the ball, takes it wide, and plays it back. Tried to get it to Stevens, maybe, looked like. And Kiergaard with a good step. Torniton onto it. And Lily Scheckinger finds the ball at her feet wide. She goes through the middle to Stevens. That's a good ball. Stevens with a good left-footed shot to the far corner. Good shot by Stevens. Takes a little bit of time to set herself and finds the back corner of the net, giving the Cyclones a 5-4 lead with 5.5 minutes remaining.
Local Cyclone coverage on HLTV Channel 15 is brought to you by Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance. Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life. Experience Hanson House.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Cyclone Lanes, great family entertainment including bowling, sandwiches, and homemade buttercrust pizzas.
United Bank of Iowa. The difference is here. Member FDIC.
Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Live well.
The Atlantic set on the restart, and they will drop it back, and Torniton gets in the way, keeps the long ball out. Anderson gets it to Earlbeck. Earlbeck gets it into Kiergaard. Kiergaard's going to take it to this near sideline and go long to the Trojans. And Lily Schecker finds the ball at her feet. Schwezo tracks a little wide. And just not a good touch from Scheckinger, and it's out for an Atlantic throw. Ball ping-ponging around. Geyer can't keep control of it. Long ball, and that's going to be to Haley Good for an easy gather, and she'll be able to get it back out. Kiergaard onto it. Little toe poke out wide. Stevens steals it away from the Atlantic defender. Good tracking by Kiergaard to get back into the middle. And Anderson, looks like legs tangled up a little bit. Anderson draws the foul, and it'll be a Cyclone free kick. Kesters gets it to Stevens. Gets it caught under her feet. It looks like maybe she panicked a little. Earlbeck there to help out, though, and switches it back to Scheckinger. Scheckinger lays it off to Torniton. Tries to get it wide to Stevens. Looks like it's going to be poked away by Atlantic and out for a Cyclone throw. Pardon me, it looks like the Cyclones drew a foul. So it will be a Cyclone free kick. It looks like Kiergaard's going to take it. Good ball over the top from Kiergaard. and looks like Schwezo's going to get called for a push. Hard to tell it from up here, but can't argue the call. It looked to be a pretty good one. Atlantic player can't keep her feet and falls down. Kayla Anderson onto it. She'll get it up the line to Schwezo. Schwezo taking her time on the ball, and she's going to try and beat her with speed. Good ball into the middle. Stevens can't quite get in front of the backside defender, and the Trojans get it away for a Cyclone throw. Good ball by Schwezo, and a good backside run from Stevens, just a step too slow, and Atlantic gets it away. Drop throw in to Anderson is headed away by the Trojans, and it's still in down the line. A little much on the pass from Anderson there, but a bad touch from the Atlantic, and the ball is cleared away by Lauren Schmitz. Stevens forcing it back in. That's going to be out for a Atlantic throw. Brought down by Atlantic, and Earl Beck will switch it. Tries to get it to Schwezo, but she is swarmed. And that ball's going to get deflected wide to Kesters. Kesters gets it up the line to Scheckinger. Scheckinger tries to go into the middle to Schwezo. Past her and seen away by Atlantic's defense before it gets to Torrington. That's going to be a hard ball to track down for the Cyclones. And Haley Good onto it off the deflection, getting a little bit fortunate there as Geyer was in pursuit. Haley might want to get back in line, but they're going to play Geyer, who just couldn't get back on side in time. And we'll have a Cyclone free kick. Looks like about the 10-yard line. Kester's on the kick, gets it up and away. That's through the first defender. Good ball in, but Miller there to cut it out. Kiergaard on the poor touch, but deflected back in. Lauren Schmitz defending out wide, and it's a good poke from Lauren to see it out for an Atlantic throw. And Atlantic's going to be whistled for an illegal throw. Cyclones go quick down the line. Stevens is onto it. She'll play it into the middle. Schwezo gets a foot on it for a deflection to Stevens. Stevens finds Torrington, and Torrington tries to cut it back. Good play by her, but the defender reads it well. Atlantic plays it up the field. It's going to be out for a Cyclone throw. And that will do it as your Cyclones battle back for a 5-4 victory here at Merrill Field. Wind playing a big factor. Haley Good doing a good job of replacing Grace Albertson in goal. And the Cyclones escape with a victory. I'd like to thank you all for watching, as it looks like Harlan will next be at home against Lewis Central on Monday, May 8th. Thanks again for watching HLTV 15. Have a good night.